Hi everybody, this video is about helping you set up Zoom and how to use it effectively in your travel consultations. This video is actually recorded on Zoom, so I'm going to take you through the pricing plan, the free pricing plan and its features, and then how you can use those features to have an engaging consultation with your customer so they don't have to come into the office if you don't need them to. Some of the benefits to that, it can help you be more effective, but also customers now are using Zoom so much more in their everyday life that it will be a growing trend where people are more comfortable to use Zoom and the face-to-face interaction can happen online. So getting used to it now and doing it well will see you be able to pick up this trend and be able to use it effectively to help you grow your travel business. So let's get started. Hey guys, I'm going to start by showing you through the Zoom pricing plans, just so you know why I recommend the free one. And look, if you're already on the free Zoom, just skip ahead. But look, the free Zoom, why I recommend that, it's perfect for pretty much any travel agent. It hosts up to 100 participants. That's more than enough. Unlimited one-on-one meetings. There's a misconception out there that the free Zoom has a limit of 40 minutes. It doesn't. If it's one-on-one, meaning there's you logged into the Zoom call and one other person logged into the Zoom call, that is an unlimited duration. Now, there might be 2 or 3 people in the room with the customer that's been logged in. That's fine if they're all in the same room but logged in once. Then it's just a one-on-one meeting. Where you get the 40-minute limit is when there's 3 or more people logged in to that call. That becomes a group call and you have a 40-minute limit. But look, 40 minutes is still plenty of time. As long as people know there's a limit prior to the call, you're sharp, succinct, you have an agenda, you can get a lot done in 40 minutes. And that's pretty much the main reason why I would say that the free one is really perfect for almost every agent out there. Just to let you know, Zoom has upgraded its security, so in terms of data protection, in 2020. So you can feel secure, your customers can feel secure about using Zoom in a travel consultation in terms of customer protection of data. So let's have a look at the next part, which is, let's say you've created a plan. Let's schedule a meeting, make sure that you can see how easy that is to do. So you've created your plan, and as you can see, we have an Immersive Leader Zoom account here. So we're going to schedule a meeting, which is pretty easy. It's pretty intuitive. So all you do is you have the meeting topic. So the topic, let's say the topic is Sally's travel consultation for New Zealand. Ooh, there we go. You can put a description if you want here, and just below, as you scroll down, as you can see, you've got dates, you've got times. You might want to put it in the time zone. If you're talking to a client in a different time zone, maybe you want to put the time zone in their time zone. Totally up to you, whatever you think is going to be most understandable and easier for the customer. Now, as you scroll down, require meeting password. You don't really need to actually require a password for the meeting, because as you come down here, as you can see, video is on for both host and participant when they come into the meeting room. And the reason why we don't need a password is you can see we've got enable waiting room. So you can hold a customer in the waiting room until you're ready to let them in to the waiting room. And that way you can get ready, you can check your audio, check your video. If the customer's turned up early, that's fine. They're still in the waiting room and you're getting ready, making sure you're prepared for that consultation. I always take off enable join before host. There's really no reason why they need to join onto the call prior to you. As long as you're on time, you're prepared. That means you can get it all ready and set up and looking good before the customer actually comes in. Just at the top there, you'll see audio, so telephone and computer audio. I have that on both because some customers may just have the video on their computer and they don't have an audio. That way they can dial in via phone for the audio and they can use their computer for the video. And just so you know, if a customer is joining and they don't have video on their computer, but they do have audio, that's fine. They can still talk to you. They can still join the meeting, but they can't see you and you can't see them, which is, it's obviously better having it face-to-face with your customer. But look, if push comes to shove and they need that Zoom call with you, then they can still have the audio. But why not pick up the phone instead? So if we go down here, you see just below it, it says dial from Australia and one other country. Now, I'm just going to click in here. Now, let's say you're talking to a customer in a different country, and let's say they're in Argentina. So I'm going to tick Argentina. Why I tick that is because when the customer gets the invitation, on that invitation, it will have a local Argentinian phone number that they can call to join the meeting if they're dialing in via phone. That way, there's no international charges, and they can dial in fairly easily on a local call into that call. So that's why I would include that in there just as an option if they need it. So as we come out of there, so that's pretty much done. You can see you can record or you can take recording off. For the free version, you can still record, but it saves on your local device, meaning that it'll be a downloadable file for you to load onto your computer, and you can't keep it in the cloud. The reason why you can see the cloud option here is because we have a paid plan and it keeps it in the cloud. That's one of the differences between free and paid, but travel agent, I don't think you need. As long as you're happy with keeping recordings on your local computer in that space, then that's fine. Why would you want to record a meeting at all? Well, firstly, I would say make sure that everyone on the call knows it's being recorded if you are recording. But also, possibly the customer might want a copy of the recording because you're talking about information that they really want to remember and they don't want to take notes throughout the call. Or let's say you're going through terms and conditions and you want a recording of the verbal acceptance of those terms and conditions, maybe from the customer. Totally up to you. But as I said, make sure the customer knows. So as you come down, it's pretty simple. You can just push save. You've created the meeting. It's ready to roll. As you can see, I'm hovering over Google, Outlook, or Yahoo Calendar. You can open one of those up and create a calendar event in your calendar for the meeting, and then you can invite the customer into that if you wish. Or if you go down a little bit on the right-hand side, you'll see copy invitation. Click on that. That gives you a copy of all the details your customer needs to know about the call and joining it. You can see the topic, Sally's travel consultation for New Zealand, the time and date of the meeting, and the link where it says join Zoom meeting. That link is where they click in and join. Click on copy meeting invitation and put that in an email to your customer, and then they'll have all the information that they need to join that meeting. And now we've done that, let's jump into an actual Zoom call, and I'll show you some of the features that you may want to use on a travel consultation. Okay, so let's jump into the meeting. You can either, if you're already in the meeting, logged in, you can just click Start Meeting here. If you have the link, just click on the link, whether it's in your calendar, and it'll take you through to your logins, and then you can get into the meeting. Or I do want to show you up here, you can get a Chrome extension for Zoom, which allows you, just Google the words Zoom Chrome extension, puts it up there, and you can just click on that, and then you can actually schedule or start a meeting from there as well. But we're just going to click in here, start this meeting. And let's see, as it loads up, it should open up with my video straight away because I've set that up in my settings. Here we go, and I'm on. Join with the audio. Okay. So as you can see in front of you, you've got me on the screen now. I want to go down here into the bottom left-hand side, just where it says stop video, the little up arrow. Click on video settings because I do want to show you a couple of features there that I think are useful when you're doing a travel consultation. So widescreen, this fills the screen a bit more. When there's you and someone else, it means that it does fill the screen up for them and for you. So side by side and gallery views, usually a good way to go. And enable HD just makes the picture crisper. Just know if you do enable the HD and you're on a weak bandwidth or it's not great, then it may get a little bit glitchy. So just make sure you are on strong internet or Wi-Fi when you're doing a Zoom call, because you may also get delays in terms of you speaking and them hearing you, and you could cross over talking over each other with that if it's not great. You're also there for those people that want to look their best. There's a little button there that says touch up my appearance. Click on that. Basically what it does, it slightly smooths your skin out, makes you look a little bit sharper, which is always nice. And there's a few other things that you might want to play around with in settings here. get them all, to a default settings that you like, so it's all ready to roll when you jump into your Zoom calls. Here you've got virtual background, so I'll just show you what a virtual background is. Zoom comes with a few virtual backgrounds. Now let's say you want to have a bit of fun with your customer, you want to, a bit quirky, then you can actually load in some virtual backgrounds. In fact, we've got a link for you that we've put some travel virtual backgrounds in a Dropbox that you can download for free and use in your consultations or share with the customers. But I'll give you an example of what one looks like. Let's say you're talking to a customer that's on I think I had a cruise one here. Let's have a look. Maybe it's not there. Oh, here we go. Let's say you're talking to a customer about cruising. And there you go. My virtual background is a cruise ship, just for a bit of fun, But you can always turn that off as well. So you just go back into virtual video settings, virtual background, scroll up and click on none, and you're back there. You can also share screen, which is a cool feature here. So right in the middle down the bottom, you'll see the share screen button. That allows you to share your screen with the customer. Because travel is such an emotional thing, sharing beautiful imagery with your customer of the hotel, the destination, even just showing them the seat map of the airplane, getting them involved and getting them excited about their trip, and beautiful imagery is always a great way to talk about travel, because it is such an emotional product. You can also show their itinerary when you're sharing the screen, terms and conditions. So that's a really handy feature when you're doing a travel consultation as well. Some of the other tips I wanted to share with you when you're doing a Zoom call with anybody is make sure your camera's lined up with your eyes, because eye contact when you're talking face-to-face with people is really important. So sometimes if the camera's off to the left or the right, it doesn't look like you're looking at them when you think you are, but they haven't got eye contact with you. So that's really important. I usually like using, rather than a single view when you can just see the customer, I like using the gallery view when you can see you and the customer. That way you can make sure you haven't got some sort of bored face on, even though you're not bored. You make sure you tell your face, so you can make sure that you are looking interested and engage with the customer. Another way you can use Zoom is I talked about you can use group calls. And what a great way to possibly bring a wholesaler or a supplier into the call with the customer. Because I know as an agent, when I was doing that, it just increases the chance of getting that booking so much. And that way the wholesaler, the supplier, the hotelier doesn't have to leave their location. They can actually just join you on the Zoom call and talk about their product, destination, whatever it be. Good thing is when you're bringing people in as a group call, and just remember, it's only 40 minutes that you have in a group call on the free version, but people can join from anywhere. They can join from their mobile. So they could be anywhere joining that call. So a group of people that are traveling together that want to speak to you can access you. They don't have to be in the same room, but you can all talk together about that consultation. And I did mention before that Zoom does recording. So let's say a customer, you do a call with a supplier about a destination. Now, maybe you do want to record that call or that Zoom conference with the supplier, talking about the destination, what it does, all the benefits, what people can do over there, as a bit of a snippet or a bit of an information piece for the customer themselves. Record it. It has all the great information about that destination or that hotel, and then give the customer the downloaded version so they can see all the information that you talked about for themselves from the supplier or the hotelier. There's heaps of different ways you can use it. And Zoom in April 2020 it got to a record 300 million daily users. So no doubt that people are getting really used to using this, not only professionally, but personally. So you getting on top of this quickly and understanding it can really adapt to the market and what they're wanting to do. Now they can see you, have a consultation with you at home, not have to come to the store, saves them time. They still get the face-to-face, the person-to-person interaction, and you get to work more efficiently and get the booking in a totally different way now that we have to evolve moving forward.